This week's sponsor is Anchor.fm. In our experience as podcasters, Anchor is the easiest way to make a podcast. Anchor gives you everything you need in one place for free, which you can use right from your phone or computer. They have creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast so it sounds great, and they'll distribute your podcast for you so it can be heard everywhere: Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and many more. If you're interested in monetizing your podcast, Anchor sets you up with sponsors with no minimum listenership. What could be easier than that? Download the Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. The Chains of Reason podcast, where we link the chains of reason that affects our daily lives in society and culture, including, but not limited to, sports and politics.
Welcome to the last Chains of Reason podcast for the year. I'm your host, DJ Grand, and I'm here with my brother Jerry.
Hello.
And Jingle Bells Ryan, our producer.
You can call me Chris Kringle.
Okay. Today in our jolly Christmas episode, our last one, we're going to talk about Christmas movies, our favorite movies, and we have to sort of clear the air here. There are some movies that just are not Christmas movies, and I'll bet you Ryan's going to have one of them at least on his list.
Maybe.
Okay, let's just get it out in the open. Let's just talk about the elephant in the room.
Yeah, it's the number 2 overall in all the polls that I read today, the research I did, which is Die Hard.
Die Hard's not a Christmas movie.
It is not whatsoever a Christmas movie.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's go down the line.
No,
let's
you can
actually
still
talk
list
about.
it.
Yeah, I know. Well, I'm not taking it off my list. That's for sure. But we can sit here and talk all about why and why isn't and why is it. And
All right, we'll wait till you obviously are going to bring it up, so we'll wait till then to let you have it.
Let's talk about some other ones that we might think are, and I do have some ones that might.
Well, as you go across the list, Chad, I mean, there's a couple here that may or may not qualify here, but I'll bring up why I think it does.
Go ahead, Jerry. You go first.
Well, number 10. First, I guess the honorable mentions. Elf. I mean, it's all right. It's got a couple scenes. I'm not too sure it's other than the elf coming through the New York Tunnel to New York City. But that's why I really didn't make my list. And then The Night Before with Seth Rogen and Gordon Levitt. He's the one that wrote it.
That's Robin.
Yes, correct. Okay, but number 10, Jingle All the Way with Sinbad and Arnold Schwarzenegger. 9, Deck the Halls. Danny DeVito and Matthew Broderick. Do you know which one I'm speaking of?
Never saw it.
They have the competition with it's not a competition. Danny DeVito moves in town and just becomes a pain in the butt neighbor. Steals that electricity and has the lights so bright just to bother the neighbor. All right, he can't even sleep, and it runs on a loop continuously up until like 3 a.m. in the morning. So he just does it. And even if they have a skating thing, it's more of a comedy. Number 8, Home Alone, both of them, 1 and 2. Now I think they're Christmas. The number 1 is because when he, his neighbor, the one he was afraid of, went to the church, and it really was about just forgetting about your differences or your conflicts with your kid. Just give him a call because he wanted to see his grandchild, and the only time he could see her was at the church singing because his son kind of barred him for it. So that kind of. Which where I included at Christmas, just like the Home Alone 2.
Because he was in a church?
No. Just the fact that he went and said, just forget about your conflicts and just call your son. Forget where he told them that. It just happened to be in the church.
But even Home Alone, I mean, it's about him missing out on being with his family at Christmas. It's the whole thing. He's happy they're gone because he's a little kid. And he's like, oh, this is awesome, freedom. But and it goes both ways. I
kind of sat hard to think about this because, again, like Die Hard, it's set at Christmas, and it's just that Christmas trip where they go both times. It's just a Christmas trip out of the. I'm not sure. One was to Paris, and I forget where the other one was to. But it doesn't matter. I think it was New York or Chicago.
Yeah,
but
the first one
they're in New York.
The first one they go to Florida. And
that's right,
Florida. For Christmas. But that's the thing; it's always going for they want to go to
at Christmas time, correct?
And then the next one, they go to Europe, and I think it's Paris or whatever. But Yeah, he obviously gets stuck in New
His
York.
interactions with in the number 2 with a toy store owner, he gives him the dub, and then he goes and gives that to the homeless person that he kind of makes or befriends. So that's why I included it at Christmas. Number 6.
I see the second one is more Christmassy. Than
It's
the
I
first
thought so
one.
too.
way
but I included them
stronger,
both.
but that's
Yes.
because of the success of the first one.
I would agree. Number 6, How the Grinch Stole Christmas with Jim Carrey. That is almost one of my favorites. Number 5, The Santa Claus with Tim Allen. The very first one. The other ones, I don't even count.
What about the 1, 2, 3? There's so many of those.
Well, yeah, at 3, it kind of got lost.
There's
But
3.
I think there's 5. They might have been
With
like
Tim
offshoots.
Allen?
No. He's right. They kept going, but without Tim Allen.
Oh.
There's 4 and 5. I've never
Just
seen
like
them,
just like Home Alone.
but I've
There's a
seen
third
the
one.
DVDs.
I knew there's a third one with a new kid for Home Alone too. Go ahead.
Number 4, Disney's A Christmas Carol.
Okay.
Pretty entertaining. 3 is Scrooged. 2 is A Christmas Story. That's pretty cool every Christmas Eve, especially when they do it on a loop on TBS. And 1 is Christmas Vacation. I think that's going to be unanimous.
All right. From now on, I'm doing my list first.
Told you.
I gotta be last.
Didn't I tell you? I told you.
Do you want to wait last? I'm going to
Yeah,
do mine now.
that'd be better.
It's damn near his. Number 10 is a short Christmas movie. It's O. Henry's The Gift of the Magi. And do you know the story? Oh, it's a great story. But it's basically an illustration of the futility of altruism. It's about a poor couple. She's beautiful, long hair, and he has a pocket watch that his grandfather or father gave him. They're doing window shopping, and he looks and sees a strap or a handle for his watch that he really wants, but they can't afford it. And as they're window shopping, she sees these barrettes that are like diamond barrettes, just beautiful barrettes that she wants for her hair. So long story short, to each buy each other, he sells the watch to buy the barrettes. She cuts off her hair to buy the handle for the watch. And then they give it to him at Christmas time.
I forgot about that one. You're right. It's a good one.
And it's basically like there's no point in sacrificing for Christmas for anything.
I don't mean to cut you off on your list, but I did forget to mention one. Somehow I forgot. My number 7 was Zero Thought of Santa Claus. I don't know how I forgot to mention that, but I didn't want to get that in there. But go ahead.
Number 9 is The Christmas Chronicles was a new one with Kurt Russell as Santa Claus.
Those are 2 that I don't have.
Yeah, that was a good movie actually.
I really liked that one.
Recent one.
Especially with at the very end when Mrs. Claus came in. I mean that's pretty cool. I liked it.
Was that Goldie Hawn?
Yes,
Right,
Goldie
yeah.
Hawn is his common law wife.
Yes.
Yes.
It's kind of weird how they shoot.
They actually did a Christmas.
pretty good
They did a
too.
Christmas card of them taking pictures of as Santa Claus and Mrs. Claus and sending it out to their friends. That was a pretty cool
Kurt
Christmas
Russell
card.
did look like a badass Santa Claus.
Oh
I'd
yes,
say.
he did. Yes, he did. He pulled it off very well. It also makes me feel very old because I remember watching. Remember the Escaped Witch Mountain and all that stuff when he was in the early
World's-
Disney ones.
The World's Strongest Man. Didn't he do that one?
Yeah, that too. Yeah,
That's
he
when I
did.
first seen him.
Yeah, those. I mean, this obviously it dates me. We're talking the originals now, not these remakes they made. Number 8 is Elf. I think Elf can be funny. Number 7 is the Santa Claus 2. I like the Council that has all the imaginary.
They're in all 3, aren't they?
I don't think they're in the first one.
I don't remember them in the first.
I
one.
don't think they're in the first one. They're only in the second and the third.
Okay. Maybe I can't remember.
Number 6 is A Year Without a Santa Claus. You can't top The Heat Miser and Snow Miser. I mean that right there alone, it makes that movie worth it. Number 5 is the original, The Santa Claus. Number 4 is A Christmas Story. Number 3 is Scrooged. Number 2 now is a Disney movie, and I can't stand Disney. And I really don't like Jim Carrey as a person, not as an actor. But A Christmas Carol, Disney hit a home run with that one. That I've read The Christmas Carol, and I recommend anyone to actually read it themselves. You could read it in a night. And it is the closest to to Charles Dickens. All the other ones, they change it in some minor way. But that one right there is the closest that I've seen that's right close to the book. And number 1, of course, is, I agree with Jerry, it's Christmas Vacation. Like I
good
said, I should have read my list first. It's damn near is. What?
You picked Scrooged?
It's the third one.
Okay, all right. No, I was wondering if I didn't hear. You picked Scrooge or not?
Yes, number 3 was Scrooged.
You guys should have cross-referenced because, like, how many movies?
No. Cause
I mean, it doesn't matter. Obviously, you're brothers, so it makes sense.
Yeah, we pretty much watched them together growing
Yeah,
up.
I don't
so.
think you had much of a choice for your influences, but
It's true. Next time I read first.
all right. So
Here we go. Here comes the debate.
So, again, I mean, I did it in a list, but this doesn't mean I like one more than the other.
it's just your list.
I
period.
do like them all in the same way, like blah blah blah. But I put The Snowman. It was a book, and it doesn't have any like words to it. It's like an animated story, and about like a little kid that builds a snowman, comes to life, and it's like that like weird artistic kind of like, I don't even know how to explain the art style to it, but it's a short book, and it's just this little kid that like goes on this journey with this snowman, and he kind of, it has like it's basically just an instrumental. It's like a music video basically. But my mom showed me it. She really liked the music, and she just played it to me as I was a young boy and stuff, and it's just cool, you know. And
Kind of like Frosty?
yeah, but again, it's there's no like there's a story to it, but it's all silent. It's just music, and like he find like the snowman takes him to like this snow village, and you know, he shows the boy like snow people, and like all basically any snowman that's made is brought to life, and it's just like hanging out with a snowman, and they like fly and they do all this crazy stuff. It's an older animated film too, and yeah, I just like it because it just, there's no dialogue, and it's just music, and it's like reading a book, you know, but
You got to use
watching
your
it.
imagination.
Yeah,
A little bit.
because I read the book well, there's no real reading to it, but I knew the book before, and they made an animated movie about it, and it's just nostalgia
It
factor.
sounds interesting.
Yeah, I'm surprised you guys didn't know about it. I put The Christmas Story. I mean, I watch that every year, and it's just never disappoints. It's
There's so much I can say about that.
After over and over again, you're right. Never disappoints.
yeah, and same with the next one too, Christmas Story. Christmas Vacation. Christmas Story and Christmas Vacation is just like, you gotta watch them. I feel like I'm wasting Christmas if I don't see those movies.
I don't feel like my Christmas season starts until I watch Christmas Vacation.
Yeah.
Exactly. And then, it kind of tops off Christmas Day with watching it over and over again on TBS or TNT, whichever channel.
Yeah, they're really great, and again, the comedy is just, you know, iconic. So
Oh, absolutely. There's so much in that movie you could laugh at.
Both of them, yeah.
And Nightmare Before Christmas, it's a really good one because you get to see it twice in a year for both holidays, and it really does. It shows you a lot about Christmas.
It's kind of unique how it puts that Halloween spin on
Yeah,
Christmas.
Tim Burton, and you know, it's the stop motion animation, which is very hard to do even to this day and age and stuff. So it's and it's a musical, so it's a lot of, you know, music with it too.
And to see that Scarecrow dress up like Santa Claus is pretty funny.
yeah, well, he's a skeleton, Jack.
Well,
Skellington.
yeah, but exactly.
You see, this is even true with Beetlejuice.
It's very Beetlejuice, which is Tim Burton. I mean,
Yeah, it is. That's why the art of it is just weird to me, and that's what kind of prevented me from watching it, because my daughter raves about it. She likes it, but I just never got around to watching it because
I'd say check it out. I mean,
I will. I'll have to see it. She wants me to, so I guess we'll have to sit down and watch it
because
together.
it's literally like the weirdest thing of like showing somebody that has the complete opposite of belief in something he basically stumbles upon, because, you know, it's like the whole point is Jack Skellington's the main man of Halloween Town, who is the master of Halloween, the essence of the whole holiday, and then he figures out Christmas, and he thinks it's the best. So it's like this guy that
So is he jealous of Christmas?
he just thinks it's awesome because he gets so bored of doing the same thing every year, and then he's like this guy like travels around, and like he just loves
He's got a better gig.
basically, and he wants to basically steal his gig, and it's just cool because it gives you the whole like kind of spectrum of what Christmas is. So
I'll have to check it out. Is it funny? Is it?
it's very funny. Yeah, it's funny, musical, you know, animated, and yeah, it's great. You'd like it. Gremlins.
I've been thinking about that. And actually, I'm having trouble remembering the original. Why can't I think of the original Gremlin they all come from? I can't.
Oh,
think of his name.
Gizmo.
Gizmo.
Yeah.
Why
That's
can't I
what.
get-
Yep.
Gizmo. He was actually a Christmas gift, so it kind of technically
He's the first
has
Furby.
to be a
That could make it. That could qualify for the Christmas thing.
That it kind of makes it a Christmas movie.
Yeah,
because
it's
of
very
that.
Christmas. I mean, that's the whole
Yes.
point. The guy's dad's trying to get his kid like the best gift that he can get. and
Yeah.
turns into this whole debacle.
So,
Um,
'cause you don't feed them after midnight.
Exactly. He didn't follow the rules, It's like you have to go to it. It does go in line with the whole Santa Claus thing too. You can't go downstairs at night, or Santa Claus is not going to use cookies and
That's
not
a
give
good
you.
point. Good point. Never thought of that.
You got to follow the rules. Krampus or Krampus, I think that's what it's pronounced.
Is that the horror one?
Yeah.
Yeah, the trailer scares the crap out of me. I don't want to watch it. I mean,
It's very stupid, but in like the best way, because it knows what it is and it's funny in that way, and it's actually really cool. In which is why I like it a lot. Is they use all prosthetics, so like there is some CGI, but it's not as like saturated as it could be, because there's like these. It's like have you ever seen The Thing?
The Thing.
Thing. It's with Kurt Russell when he fights like the alien.
Oh,
I've
yeah.
never seen it.
I've seen it. Yeah,
I would say that's a Christmas movie because they fight in the snow. But anyway, no, I didn't. But no, Krampus is all the monsters that are in it. They're all like handmade prosthetics, and it's just really cool because you see it and they look really creepy and scary. It's like Gremlins. It goes back, but they look so good, and they could obviously have done it with computers, but they don't. And it's obviously playing the trope of Christmas, people not believing in Christmas anymore, and this spirit that's trying to keep that going, like, getting people that don't believe in it and taking it out on them in a horror kind of, aesthetic. It's cool. It's worth a watch.
I'll check it out. It's another
Yeah.
one I have not seen.
Pokemon, the holiday special. It's called the Hijinks, and this is a really good one because Pokemon help Santa get the gifts out with him getting stuck in this. This isn't even on Earth. So, and there's actually a big with the Pokemon Jinx. There was this big thing about just like the way she looked, and because had some racial controversy with it and all that. So it's interesting to see that kind of. You think it's such a nice show, but it had some underlying kind of just stuff that wasn't flushed out. So I just wanted to throw that in there. And Home Alone 1 and 2.
Well, being the ultimate nerd,
Yeah.
I think it fits.
And it's good. I mean, Pikachu helps out Santa. I mean, come on.
I've never seen it, so I can't comment.
It's pretty awesome. It's all on YouTube for free. You can go watch it. I put Home Alone 1 and 2. I didn't know if we were going to separate them and stuff, but basically...
I did the same thing.
Yeah, basically what you said too. All the same things. It's just so funny. Like some of the best villains are,
Joe Pesci.
Oh, Joe Pesci, yeah, he
Yeah.
was great. in that.
Well, no, his part.
Oh, the scream from the partner.
Well,
that was a perfect scream.
Yeah.
But both of them. I mean, when he's getting electrocuted,
Yes.
and then when the birds were eating him.
Yep. Yeah, those are all great. And it does have strong Christmas values to it, and I just love how unrealistic it is that they all should be dead.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, that's
How
kind of
many
like a Three
times
Stooges.
over?
I took it like a Three Stooges type.
When that cement bag
comedy.
falls, that would have broke his. I mean, snapped
Or
him right there. I mean,
A
come
couple
on.
bricks to the face, just
Yes.
right in the beginning, from like a 3-story up house. Like, yeah, there's just so many.
With no gashes whatsoever.
Yeah,
Just,
got a little red mark. It's like he would have been dead.
Well, when he has hair on fire, that would have.
Oh yeah,
definitely
and
would
getting electrocuted.
Yeah,
I mean,
that too.
game
Yeah,
over right there.
No, absolutely right. Like I said, I think I took it as the Three Stooges type.
And that's the thing. They do it so well. You think about that, but you go with it. You don't ever. Even I watch that movie every year too, and it's just like I'm like I don't care. Like yeah, they should be dead, but that's the cool part about it,
Yes, I agree.
And my number one is Die Hard.
All right. We have to talk about this.
Why? Yeah, why do you think Die Hard is a Christmas movie?
Okay, so in my defense, Your Honor, it's a redemption story, which a lot of Christmas movies are. And
So Red Dead Redemption becomes a Christmas
Hey,
movie
I'm
because it's
used-
redemption.
Who's being redeemed? John McClane
Yeah, John McClane
with.
his wife, because they start off. It's like he.
Well, they're estranged.
They're basically
I don't know
on,
if they're divorced. but
Exactly.
I know they're estranged because
Yes.
they're not sleeping together. They're not living
definitely
together.
separated.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're separated, not by the courts and stuff, and that's the whole thing. He comes there and he's trying to work it out, but he obviously has done some stuff that she's not agreeing with, and he's trying to make it, work, and she's still on the fence, and then the whole heist happens, which again is during Christmas. The references that go around the whole thing are Christmas themed, and then it's John McClane, risking his life to save his wife, and she doesn't even know that he has to do that, or he is doing it for basically
Most of the movie.
most of the movie.
Okay, the redemption argument, I don't think it's valid because you could take that and put it in any other movie and not be Christmas, and it would still work. So that alone doesn't make it a Christmas movie.
Okay.
The fact that it's at a Christmas party doesn't necessarily make it a Christmas movie either. It's basically a setting, and there's a difference between setting and plot. There's really nothing in that movie, the exception of the ho 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 on the shirt of the terrorist and the
machine gun.
hat. Yeah, yes. With the exception of that, there was really no connection to Christmas whatsoever. It's just set at Christmas time. You could really take all those things out of there.
Yeah, that could have been any day.
Yes,
Could have
and,
been New Year's.
and this is why I
July
really
4th.
don't think it's a Christmas movie at all. It doesn't qualify. I mean, I can understand your argument. You made good arguments. You really did. I just don't think. I mean, let's go for another year since the nerd. Batman Returns.
I actually was gonna put
Can't
that down
believe
too.
that. When I seen that, thank you for bringing that up. What?
Tim Burton, he loves
Wait,
Christmas.
I
What?
agree. However, just because there were, didn't Penguin have the big Christmas gift and everything?
Yeah, but I think that's more of his what Tim Burton was kind of looking at, just because penguins are during. I mean, what other time? Because
Well,
the
they
penguin.
live in the ice block. I mean,
Yeah. So
lives-
what setting of the year could you put that in where some guy, has
But
penguins
do
and
those
stuff?
things
I know what you're saying.
make it a Christmas movie?
Of course.
Why?
Batman.
I'm just
Batman Begins.
No, this is Batman Returns. This is the second
Okay.
one with Michelle Pfeiffer, I think,
Yes,
was Catwoman.
yeah.
Yeah, this is the second. Wasn't the second one?
Yeah,
Am
it
I
was
right?
the second,
That's what I
because
thought.
both are by Tim Burton. Batman and Batman Returns, the 80s movies.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Here's my point. It just because it's set at Christmas time doesn't make it a Christmas movie. I mean, same thing goes with Die Hard. Both those movies, everything that happens could happen half a year later, and nothing would change in the plot whatsoever.
So for a Christmas Story, how would that be? All that could be the same if it was his birthday and he wanted the Red Ryder BB gun for his
Well,
birthday.
except you have a point. Except all the world wouldn't be in on it. The how would the teacher be in on? How would you have the Santa Claus that also says the football have a football
You'll
kid?
shoot your eye out.
You would all the connections wouldn't be there with the birthday.
All right.
So I mean, there's so much. It's more embedded.
And
Christmas is more embedded in that.
I looked
It's
at-
more part of the plot.
Yes.
And see, to me, there's the difference between a Christmas movie. It's if it's in the plot, then it's a Christmas movie. It's not. Both Die Hard and Batman Returns, it's not in the plot.
You see, but I thought the actual plot of A Christmas Story was the actual as a kid leading up to Christmas Day.
Yeah, it
telling
is.
your parents what you want.
It is.
The parents going along saying you're not going to get it, making it.
Well-
you think you're not going to get it, making you suffer. That whole build.
Well, Ryan's point is you could do that with a birthday, and you're right about that. But the whole integrated story wouldn't be the same. It would be
Yeah.
a different story.
Because it's more about the entire world of the Christmas Story.
Yes, in the
Ralphie is the
1940s.
main character, but there's so much other stuff going on.
I love A Christmas Story, especially when Schwartz is getting it handed to him over the phone. You hear him
doing nothing
beaten
at
by
all.
his mom.
Yeah.
Oh, it gets me every time. Every time we hear him cry, "What I do, Mom? What I do?" Oh, that just gets me. The point is, for me, for it to be a Christmas movie, that it has to really be integral to the
It's
plot.
the plot, yeah, the
and I
plot.
don't see that in Die Hard. I think isn't the second Die Hard also set at Christmas time?
Yeah, but he's in an airport.
What
He's
difference does it
trying-
make where he's at? It's Christmas.
True, but it's different because it's
Well, he's moved there now. He's now an L.A. cop. He's
Yeah.
not in New
What
York.
difference does
No,
that
I'm
make?
just telling you about the movie, the plot. You know, it doesn't.
it really isn't. You want to say Die Hard 2 is a Christmas? I mean, I'll throw that on the list.
Yeah.
I only need one Home Alone on there. So.
Either of them are Christmas movies. I was trying to challenge you on the fact that if Die Hard 2 isn't one, then neither should be Die Hard 1.
That's a very popular pick, though, because even in most of the polls I've seen today, Die Hard's number 2. It's like with Batman. Oh my, Trading Places. That was even on the list. I couldn't believe that. I don't think that's
I
a
talked to you about Trading Places before off the podcast. That basically has a little. It takes place just before Christmas and all the way to New Year's, but it's not. The plot does not go around Christmas or New Year's. It has nothing to do with that whatsoever. Not a Christmas movie.
Correct.
Just because it's
I agree.
there's a difference between setting and plot. Same goes with the song Last Christmas. The setting is at Christmas time. The plot is a breakup song. It's not a Christmas song. I'm just another example of it. Do you understand what my argument here? I'm
I
trying to
see what
say.
you're saying. No, I get it.
So that's why I really don't think Die Hard qualifies. So you need a new number one.
What's that?
So you need a new number one.
Hey, I'll put the Pokemon on number 1. It's pretty good. But again, it's like the Christmas, spirits in John McClane to, save not only his wife, but all these people, because he is a cop. So, and the only reason why they're all here and the whole understanding of the terrorists attacking the Taka whatever building, I forgot what it was
Nagasaki.
called. Yeah, something like that. But is because they're having this party and they choreograph it for Christmas because this is the one year they do the Christmas party and he knows he can get everybody all in for his evil doings and stuff.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, okay, but that just makes it the setting at Christmas, not the plot. Yeah, because you could literally say that was just a regular office party, and they had inside info for the office party to set it up that way.
It was all
too.
set up was just that people are they're leaving work early for the Christmas holidays. The only stragglers, the only open floor was that one floor for the Christmas party. The whole building was shut down because of that reason.
Yeah.
For the Christmas holidays. So again, if they're going to do their homework and they want to hit the best time, that's the time to hit it because their guard's down a little bit.
You have a valid point. That still doesn't change my argument that it's not integral to the plot.
How's that any different than like the Christmas Vacation?
How is Christmas Vacation not all about Christmas? I mean,
He's just trying to get his Christmas check. That's all it's about.
no, actually, he's trying to get his
it's that bonus.
pool. He's trying to get the pool
that he
for the-
spent. But that's just
For his
Clark,
Christmas bonus.
That's just Clark being stupid and irrational.
Yeah.
But doesn't he come to the conclusion at the end that it's not? I mean, they're looking up the Christmas star and say this is what it's all about. It's not about the pool.
It also-
I mean, a true movie, regardless of Christmas or not, is about a transformation. I mean, not a
John
Christmas
McClane.
movie, but you look at
John McClane
how
goes
does.
through a lot to realize
Okay.
how much he loves his wife.
All right, here's another one, The Godfather.
Okay.
You look at
love
the
that
true
Christmas.
God. You look at hey, there is Christmas in there a little bit in that
just
movie,
joking.
but the true Godfather is Michael. And you look at his transformation. In the beginning, he wants nothing to do with the family, and at the end, he transforms into a mobster. That's transformation. It has nothing to do with Christmas. So even McClane's
Yeah.
transformation doesn't necessarily make it Christmas because you can transform and not
Yeah.
be.
I mean, it goes with every movie there's transformation.
No, that's
you know?
actually that's what makes it a good character.
Yeah.
Is that he or she changes the character. That shows depth. That they actually change in some form during the novel or movie. I just don't see Die Hard, just like Batman Returns, just like Trading Places.
The thing with Batman Returns, I could only say is like Batman Returns isn't about. Again, he's already Batman, so there's none of the redemption or the him getting revenge on. He's just basically protecting Gotham during. This is honestly what you guys are saying. It's during just Christmas time.
Yes.
And it just falls under that he's fighting a guy that's called the Penguin, and the Penguin likes snow. Like, so it just all fits well.
They should include Mr. Freeze too.
He's not in
he-
Returns though.
But he should-
Yeah,
but-
no,
well,
it
but
would
that's
fit. It
another-
would fit good.
yeah,
Is the point.
That's.
saying.
I mean, that's actually probably more of a Christmas movie for how corny it is. But
well, with Christmas Vacation, the plot is more of family and realizing what's more important.
Die Hard's about family.
No. Well, it's well. I'm
He's
talking
saving his family.
putting your priorities. Like DJ was saying, he realizes afterwards it's not about the gifts because Eddie comes in town for that reason, just to use Clark to get his kids at Christmas, and the boss he canceled the bonuses, and then he actually is taught, what Christmas is about being being kidnapped and brought and seeing what. Well, I don't know how the speech put it, but what really happens to the people that really mean to your company. It's not just the bottom line.
John,
so that's where I get that
yeah.
whole Christmas. The plot is kind of written in there in kind of many ways of Christmas Vacation, wrapped around the actual school of all the kids around Christmas Vacation and what happens during that time.
I see Christmas Story the same as I see Christmas Vacation. It's
And Die Hard.
It's in it's integral to without.
There's one common thing though: the Die Hard people. They're really
They're diehard.
about this thing being a Christmas
Could they
movie.
not have made it a better name? I mean, yeah.
Oh, I like the name because he does. He does Die
I like
Hard.
the movie, yeah, the
I
movie
like
was
the
pretty
movie
good.
too.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
just not a Christmas movie. See, I was willing to bend on Gremlins. I originally thought Gremlins.
Yeah, I was
wasn't a
wondering what
Christmas
you were
movie.
going to think about that one.
But no, Gremlins.
No, the whole gift is true.
It have to be. It has to
Responsibility.
be
And then
a
what you
Christmas
said, even
movie.
More about the after midnight thing. Which,
yeah.
No, I see Gremlins as a Christmas movie now. I still don't see Die Hard
Don't
as a
invite
Christmas movie.
Russians to your Christmas party.
Were they Russian?
They were Russian.
Carl? I thought he was.
They were. I thought they were Russian. Right? I mean,
You could be right on this.
Yeah.
I truly don't know. But Carl
remember.
seems more of a Swedish type. Did they speak Russian when? I don't remember.
I gotta
I'm
remember.
gonna
They
have
were
to watch
foreign.
it now.
I should just shut up and because I'm not entirely sure.
But okay, no, I get it, but I just.
All right,
I had to-
I know.
Well, there's another movie that I saw on the list. It was remade into You Got Mail, but Little Shop of Horrors.
Yeah.
No, The Little Shop Around the Corner. Sorry, Little Shop Around the Corner.
yeah.
They're saying that was a Christmas
Shop
movie
Around
too.
the Corner.
The Shop Around the Corner.
Yes,
yeah,
yes.
and it's the one with Meg Ryan. The remake was Meg Ryan and Tom Hanks.
Oh, yeah, yeah. You
With
got
Dave
mail.
Chappelle
Right,
was
yeah,
in
yeah,
it?
Yeah. You got mail.
How is that Christmas? Yeah, they're listing that as a Christmas movie. I just don't.
I think
see
that was
it.
okay. Oh wow. No, so they're saying that You Got Mail was a Christmas movie.
Am I thinking of the right movie? Is that the
You
one?
Got
with-
Mail, yeah. That's
You Got Mail had both of them in it.
That's what you're
I don't
talking
know
about.
what the one you're talking
No.
about.
No. See, her shop was called The Shop Around the
No,
Corner.
the other one is Sleepless in Seattle. This
Yeah.
one is You've Got Mail. Yes,
right,
This is
and
the
there
one
is
I'm
a Christmas
talking
movie
about.
also called Shop Around the Corner.
Yeah, but this one, no, You Got Mail.
You've Got Mail,
was
correct.
based on that movie.
Okay, all right, yeah, okay. Christmas, it's around Christmas time, and her shop is being shut. The conglomerate, the evil conglomerate, comes down and kind of pushes them out at the holiday season. They use that because
Isn't the holiday season in the remake too? Don't they have a
what remake of what?
You Got Mail?
Okay, I didn't see the first one, Shop Around the Corner. Okay, You've Got Mail, yes, because she notices. She actually thinks at first it's going to be a great idea, but she realizes at Christmas time that everyone's walking by her store with the Fox Books bags, and that's when she realizes she has to close her store, and it hurts the most because it's around Christmas time.
See, not a Christmas movie whatsoever.
It
It just happens at Christmas
no,
time.
You remember the father, the grandfather, the father, and Tom Hanks are all talking about putting them out of business, and that's what they do. That's their whole thing. It just so happened the time of the year was Christmas when they went into that establishment and put her out. I mean, they were targeting all year round. They're taking out. If you remember, they even had another one fell, and they're like, be a boom. Another one bites the dust. They bought all their inventory up. That was just happened to be before Christmas.
That's a love story set around
Oh,
Christmas time.
exactly.
That's all it is. It's all it is. Well, you're never going to settle this. Everyone is going to have their
that's the whole
opinion.
thing. Yeah,
and
exactly.
Die Hard.
You
Some
have the
people
right to
are
like
going
what
to
you
Die
like.
Hard thinking it's a Christmas movie.
That's fine.
And you still think it is?
Yippee-ki-yay, Merry Christmas.
You want to end this with anything else?
Yeah, just everyone a happy 2020, and we'll see you in the new year. Or talk to you then.
Yes. I hope everyone has a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And we'll see you again in the new year, a couple weeks into the new year. This is the Chains of Reason podcast. How can anyone be enlightened when the truth is so poorly lit?
Die Hard's a Christmas movie.